Welcome to DebtCircle Key Roundups. I am Vijay Indra.
And I am Leela. First up, Yes Bank is set to meet with debt investors regarding its $850 million medium term note program. Plans call for virtual meetings from August 17th to 24th, 2026, aimed at securing funding and maintaining investor confidence amid evolving market conditions and recent restructuring efforts.
Moving on, the Ahmedabad Gift City Corridor is targeting the addition of 40 to 50 new global capability centers, creating over 50,000 jobs and driving demand for grade A, office space, lower costs, and strong infrastructure. Make this corridor a compelling alternative to Bengaluru and Hyderabad for technology firms and GCCs.
And lastly, for our top stories, India is currently facing a $35 billion annual funding gap to add 200 gigawatts of renewable capacity by 2030, and we'll be discussing how infrastructure investment trusts, or InvITs, can unlock capital from operational assets, lowering financing costs and supporting faster renewable energy expansion.
There's a lot to unpack today, so let's get started. HDFC Bank will hold a virtual debt investor roadshow on August 19th, 2026. To discuss debt strategy and financial outlook, this virtual format allows broader investor participation and ensures compliance with SEBI regulations for transparent communication with institutional investors.
In corporate debt news, Anupam Rasayan's promoter pledged 2 lakh shares, increasing encumbrance to 6.3%, securing 160 crore rupees of NCDs. This pledge enhances security for the NCDs, reflecting promoter commitment despite short-term share price volatility. Meanwhile, GMR Power plans a capital raise of 3,000 crore rupees amid a consolidated loss of 35.37 crore rupees in the first quarter. This fundraise is crucial to manage losses and regulatory challenges, with shareholder approval determining its success.
On the banking front, private banks earned net profits of 55,019 crore Indian rupees in the first quarter of fiscal year 2027, exceeding public banks 50,173 crore, showing private banks stronger profitability momentum despite public banks improving asset quality and maintaining net interest income advantages.
And the rupee opened 5 paise lower at 95.48 against the US dollar after RBI closed the FCNR-B swap window early. Early closure reflects rising costs and strong inflows. Over 50 billion US dollars pressuring the rupee despite RBI's market interventions.
The Department of Telecommunications encashed bank guarantees worth 801.91 crore Indian rupees from Reliance Communications amid insolvency, adding significant financial pressure and complicating creditor recoveries during the ongoing corporate insolvency resolution process.
On a brighter note, Paisalo Digital's 300 crore rupee NCD issue was fully subscribed 3 days early, signaling confidence in its lending growth and strategy, crucial for supporting underserved micro, small, and medium enterprises across India. And Indian Bank targets $400 million via external commercial borrowings this week, aiming for $1 billion total by December 31st, 2026, showing strong confidence in foreign capital and favorable market rates.
IDFC First Bank's loan book is projected to grow at 20% annually, surpassing the Indian banking sector's average over the next 2 years. That growth, driven by unsecured retail loans, supports their leading net interest margin and reflects robust profitability prospects despite high operating costs. Saman Capital, meanwhile, targets annual loan disbursements of 92,000 crore rupees by fiscal year 2030, relying heavily on branch network growth and product diversification to mitigate execution risks.
In smaller cap news, Apt Packaging's credit facility with Punjab National Bank increased from 366.99 lakh rupees to 546.99 lakh rupees, with cash credit rising to 500 lakh rupees, enhancing working capital significantly. And SEBI proposes digital KYC via video for NREs and foreign investors, simplifying onboarding and enhancing security with face liveness checks. This will speed up entry for foreign investors and improve compliance.
Axis Finance accepted bids worth 8.35 billion rupees for near 3-year bonds with a 7.90% coupon and AAA rating, reflecting investor confidence in its high credit quality. And leading NBFCs are urging RBI to review its ban on revolving credit, stressing it serves MSMEs and comprises 90% of this lending category. They warn the ban raises costs and risks financial inclusion.
India Ratings upgraded Vedanta Aluminium NCDs to IND AA+ due to improved leverage, now below 2.0 times net debt to EBITDA, though commodity price volatility remains a key risk. Separately, Indian Asset Reconstruction Company's security receipt redemptions rose 49% to 11,519 crore rupees in the first quarter of fiscal year 2027, indicating faster stressed asset resolution but shrinking their asset base.
In tech infrastructure, Lightstorm raised 2,500 crore Indian rupees from IndusInd Bank to build an AI superhighway linking India to Southeast Asia, confirming strong institutional trust and boosting India's positioning as a regional digital hub. And Shivkrupa Patsanstha launched Shivam Arogyam to promote employee health, along with the loan recovery app to digitize and speed up loan recovery processes.
In tech infrastructure, Lightstorm raised 2,500 crore Indian rupees from IndusInd Bank to build an AI superhighway linking India to Southeast Asia, confirming strong institutional trust and boosting India's positioning as a regional digital hub. And Shivkrupa Patsanstha launched Shivam Arogyam to promote employee health along with a loan recovery app to digitize and speed up loan recovery processes.
NAFID accepted bids totaling 30 billion rupees for 15-year bonds at a fixed coupon rate of 7.54%, rated AAA, signaling robust investor confidence in India's infrastructure financing. Meanwhile, RBI moved the FCNRB deposit deadline to August 31st, pushing banks to raise short-term overseas loans amid 52.3 billion US dollars in deposits, forcing banks to manage liquidity mismatches quickly.
SEBI now allows online bond platforms to offer IFSCA-regulated securities and tax-saving bonds under Sections 54EC and 85 of the Income Tax Act, expanding investor choices while requiring clear labeling and grievance redressal details. And with the FCNRB swap deadline advanced to August 31st after $52 billion in inflows, Forex reserves climbed to $707 billion, though early closure pressured bond demand, lifting the 2036 yield by 3.5 basis points to 6.79%.
15-year government bond yields fell 51 basis points to 6.94% in fiscal year 2027, driven by strong institutional demand and limited supply, signaling confidence in stable interest rates. Arion Group, meanwhile, secured an initial 30 million US dollars for its maiden Gift City fund. Targeting 60 million US dollars under IFSCA rules, a rapid first close highlighting Gift City as a key hub for India-focused alternative investments.
India's sovereign green bonds now total 877 billion rupees with a 4 basis point greenium, confirming investors' trust in sustainable projects. And Ugro Capital has set virtual meetings on September 22, 2026 for its merger vote with Profectus Capital, with e-voting from the 19th to 21st of September, ensuring all stakeholders can efficiently participate.
ICICI Bank launched a dollar loan of $1.45 billion with a 4-year tenure and 110 basis points margin over SOFR, led by Bank of America. This loan supports RBI's FCNRB scheme and follows their recent $1 billion bond sale. Bajaj Finance, meanwhile, is raising 20 billion rupees by reissuing 7.79% bonds maturing in April 2036, offering low risk with a AAA rating. Neo
Wealth Partners bought a 9.9% stake in Kirtana Finserv for 230 crore Indian rupees, valuing it at 2.3 times net worth, showing strong investor confidence in gold loan firms. IRCTC's first quarter revenue rose 18% to 1,370 crore rupees, though EBITDA margin dropped to 28% due to higher costs, mainly from catering's lower profitability compared to ticketing's strong 80% margin.
Newtap Finance secured a CRISIL A- rating, lowering borrowing costs and expanding funding options as of March 31, 2026. NMDC's net profit rose 1.9% year-on-year to 2,006 crore rupees in the first quarter of fiscal year 2027, showing stable but cautious operational performance.
The Indian REIT market capitalization surpassed 2 lakh crore rupees in August 2026, led by Bagman Prime Office REIT's listing adding 3,400 crore rupees, signaling growing investor confidence and liquidity in Indian commercial real estate. And CleanMax Enviro got BSE's nod to convert 400 crore rupees of NCDs from unsecured to secured, increasing security cover to 1:1.
IDFC First Bank earned its first international investment grade rating, BBB- from S&P, boosting global funding access and equity raise plans of 75 billion rupees. However, RBI fined IndusInd Bank 59.2 lakh rupees for regulatory breaches in deposit interest and asset securitization, a minor financial penalty but a signal of compliance risks requiring urgent internal control strengthening.
India may attract 90 to 95 billion US dollars in fiscal year 2026 to 27 via RBI's concessional swap windows for FCNR and ECBs, potentially turning a balance of payments deficit into a surplus. Motilal Oswal invested 1,500 crore Indian rupees in Inox Clean Energy, signaling strong confidence in renewable energy's future.
The RBI governor aims to link the unified payments interface with central bank digital currencies in BRICS to cut cross border transaction costs significantly, boosting trade efficiency and reducing reliance on global currencies. Elsewhere, Regency FinCorp approved a secured 35 crore rupee NCD issue at 13% annual interest with a 36-month tenure, listed on BSE offering steady monthly interest and staggered principal repayments.
And finally, today, Highway Infrastructure won an 80.17 crore rupee 90-day contract to operate the Palayam Fee Plaza on National Highway 44, boosting second quarter revenue, though pressure mounts due to an 85.24% profit drop in the first quarter. Resilient Asset Management will sell up to 4.98% of Paytm at a floor price of 1,535.10 rupees per share, valuing the stake at roughly 50.4 billion rupees, a strategic liquidity move that won't affect the CEO's direct holding. That's all for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in.